Welcome to another rubbish FPL player video. It's been a while since last video. I think it's been almost 3 weeks with this massive long break between game weeks, the international break and FA Cup and Champions League and so on. So a quick chat about how my game week went last week really quickly. Got 58 points, got a 245k green arrow, so that was good. I'll take any green arrow. Surprised in a way I got a green arrow because a lot of players, I only had 11 players who could have played because City and Palace didn't play, and I think about 3 or 4 of them didn't even start. So Chow, Sheshko, Ekatike, Cripper Jr. all didn't actually start. Chow and Sheshko got, I think Chow got 0 points, and then Sheshko got 0 points as well because Newcastle conceded 2 goals. Sheshko got booked. Ekatike came on, got 1 point, didn't do anything. And Cripper Jr. at least, he came on and scored, so I'll take that. So it was a low scoring game week for many. I think the average was 38, so it was low overall. Captain Bruno which was the right choice. Wilson did well, and Rodgers finally got something, so I'll take that. Looking at the double game week 33 and the blank game week 34, my sort of plans. My plans sort of, like many probably, have changed a little bit with Arsenal losing, and so they won't be doubling or blanking. Otherwise I would have likely tripled up with Arsenal players potentially, at least a couple. At the moment I've only got Gabriel. And also from that game, Gabriel got injured, he went off injured, although it looks like he should be okay because he's been seen in training alongside Rice and Trossard have been seen in training by the Sky Sports cameras. And that internal, I think it'll be a good for Arsenal. If Rice starts, then they'll be able to go back to the usual set pieces and corners and going in, with Gabriel getting at the end of them and a bit of wrestling, as some people have called it. Whether he'll start or not, we'll see with what the latest is with Rice. And obviously we've got the Champions League game, Arsenal playing tomorrow. So we'll be able to see if Rice or anyone else is in the squad who's been a bit of a doubt. Also, obviously Arsenal had about 10-11 players who pulled out of their sort of international squads. There was thought maybe it wasn't weren't really genuine injuries, and one of these international break injuries, but a lot of the players were actually weren't even in the squad against for the team against Southampton. Whether that they would have been in the squad or not if fit, Arsenal may have thought they'd be rest some players completely anyway, but obviously that didn't work out for them. But going back to the Arsenal and training, as I said, Gabriel was seen and Rice and Trossard, but there was still no signs of the likes of Saka, Timber, Eze and Kapi were not seen. They may have been just in the gym with only doing gym work and stuff like that. Who knows if they were just still recovering, not fit at all, still at home putting the feet up. So thankfully we got the Champions League game, so we'll be able to find out a lot more, see if they play or do in the squad, the likes of Saka. Not that I'm planning to get necessarily any more Arsenal players in, but it'll just how Arsenal generally play, because they haven't been in great form recently, and gradually as the season's gone on, their sort of performances has sort of gradually worsened. It's obviously still a good team, but they've gradually worsened, and obviously now with City seemingly sort of finding some form, knowing how to win games. It's getting to the end of the season, and although Arsenal's still favourite, I think if City win the game in hand, and obviously City and Arsenal play each other in 2-3 game weeks, I think something like that, it will only be 2-3 points between, and that's nothing, you know. Arsenal could get a bit nervous and all that sorts of stuff. Other teams that are doubling, teams that are doubling in 33, it's City, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Brighton, Leeds and Burnley. So I think a lot of people are going to be getting in triple City. Personally, I've only got Semenyo in, so I'm wanting to get in Haaland, even though he's still not been, you know, super recently. I think before the hat-trick in the FA Cup, it was something like 1 goal in 7 games. It's whether City are totally, completely back, whether Haaland is back. We don't know, maybe it was all about the fixture against Liverpool, who after a good start, sort of 20-30 minutes, then sort of collapsed basically. So, but if City are doubling, which they are, I just have to get Haaland in. So it's Haaland. I've already got Semenyo, as I said, and then it's probably, for me, it's probably going to be O'Reilly or maybe Cherky. Chelsea, I've got Palmer in. Maybe get another one in, which probably the most obvious is Pedro. Bournemouth, I've got Kruppi Jr. He's not a certain starter, so we'll see. Brighton, I want to get Welbeck in, and he may even come in for this game week 32 before any doubles or blanks, as he's in really good form. And then Leeds and Burnley, I've already got Dubravka, so he'll be probably my keeper. Probably, possibly, and whether I'll get any Leeds players in, I don't know. So, yeah. Oh, and going back to Chelsea, actually, I've already got Palmer in, so, and he's been sort of here and there sort of this season. It's not been his best, but I think I've seen a quote from an interview he's done, where he's sort of said he feels like he's turned the corner, and he's. So maybe he's we'll see the return of sort of what we're used to last season and recent seasons with Palmer, where if he's saying himself, he's like turned the corner, and I think he's what was the quote? He's physically I feel good. I can finally shoot again. I could do everything again. So yeah, that sounds positive. So yeah, if we get sort of return to for the last sort of 7 game weeks of the Palmer we've had for the last 1-2 seasons, then it'll be a very good asset to have. Yeah, so game week 33 with the double, game week 34 with the blank. All the teams who doubled in 33 will blank in 34. So City, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Brighton, Leeds, Burnley will not play in 34. For me, as it stands right now, with not doing any more, no changes, it would be, I'd have 3 players who don't play, so I wouldn't have any subs, so not ideal. And if I end up getting Welbeck in this week, then obviously he'll blank, so it depends who I'll get him in for. So I could have 4 players not playing, not ideal, so I have to think about that. Yeah, so I'm looking at this I'm recording this on Monday, so Monday early evening, so there's time to think about that. The deadline for this game week is Friday, so it's an early one, Friday 6:30 PM UK time. So about 1, 2, 3, 4 days before that, pretty much right from there. Yeah, we'll see. It's time to think. Obviously, I'm not going to make any changes now before the Liverpool game, playing PSG, also playing Sporting, in cases some injuries or whatever happened from that. Yeah, so we'll see. But anyway, let me know who you think I should bring into my free hit for Game Week 33 team. Who are you bringing in? Is it the obvious ones of Haaland and Pedro? I could do with some really good differential players who are you think are going to score some good points. So anyway, good luck in your Game Week 33. Hopefully some big green arrows, and thanks for watching. If you could like, comment, subscribe, all that'd be fantastic. Thanks, bye.